How's it going, everybody? C-RadTV back here with another video. So, of course, another week of NFL football upon us as we're now entering the last 8 weeks of the season as it's now time for the NFL Week 11 picks. We're entering near the end of the season. We're starting to get to that sprint to the finish to see who makes the playoffs, who's in the tank bowl, and who will be on the outside looking in. So, of course, this week's we have 4 teams on the bye this week with the Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons, Indianapolis Colts, New England Patriots, and the New Orleans Saints all on the bye this week. I mean, the Colts and Patriots make sense because both of them just played in Germany last week. So, yeah, it makes sense there. So, yeah, we got 14 games on the slate this week. So, of course, last week my picks had a pretty mid-week. Went 7-7 with my picks. So, my record this year goes to 96-54. So, yeah, let's see how this week NFL football folds out. Let's take a look. So, first game we got here, we have the Thursday night game. Cincinnati Bengals, Baltimore Ravens playing in Baltimore. First place for supremacy in the AFC North up for grabs, as that AFC North is very wide open. Like every team in that division is above 500. I'll be honest here. Is this the year we might see every single team in one division make the playoffs? I'll be honest. If there's a division I think that every team could possibly make the playoffs in, it could be the AFC North. Because that division is so fucking competitive and wide open. But yeah, this is a game that could go either way. I know Cincinnati got hot outside of their hot streak, ending a little bit against the Texans last week, since Houston's been a big surprise this year. But yeah, I'm going to say the Ravens win this one. The Bengals have been a bit too hot and cold at times. Well, the Ravens have been somewhat more consistent. So I'm going to go with the Ravens in this one. It could go either way. I could see Cincinnati 100% winning in Baltimore. Could go either way. I'm going to take the Ravens in this one, 22-19. I'm going to take Baltimore by 3. However, I would not be surprised in the slightest if Cincinnati won in Baltimore. Would not be surprised if they did do that. Next game, we continue at the AFC North as we got division matchup there. Pittsburgh Steelers, Cleveland Browns playing in Cleveland. The shocking part is that Pittsburgh, in all 6 of their wins, they were out-yarded and out-gained by their opponents, and they still found ways to win games. Like, honestly, the fact that they're able to win games despite being outplayed every game, it's just the main reason why Mike Tomlin has never had a losing record in his career and why he's always had at least a 500 record every year he's coached. But this week, I think the Steelers get sent back down to earth. I got the Browns winning this one over Pittsburgh, even though Deshaun Watson is out, and I believe DTR will be in, but I'm confident that the Browns can pull it off. I got Cleveland winning 21-19. Could go either way because it's the AFC North, but give me Cleveland by 2 over the Steelers. Next game, we got an NFC North rivalry game, War Week. Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions playing at Ford Field. I got Detroit in this one, 20-18. Give me Detroit by 2. And by the way, the last time Detroit and Chicago played last year, when that game Detroit won 41-10, I picked the Lions to win by the same score. And look what happened. Could lightning strike twice? Tune in this Sunday to find out. Anyway, next game. Los Angeles Chargers, Green Bay Packers playing in Lambeau. I mean, the Packers, I'm just not buying the Packers. The Packers have just been bad. I think the Chargers are going to be looking for a bounce-back game after they lost in heartbreaking fashion against the Lions last week. In a high-scoring game, easily that game between the Lions and Chargers, I think that is a contender for Game of the Year so far. But yeah, this one, I think the Chargers are going to take their anger on the Packers. I got the Chargers beating Green Bay 29-18. Give me the Chargers by 11 over the Packers. Next game, Las Vegas Raiders, Miami Dolphins playing in Miami. The Raiders have had some good momentum the last 2 weeks, going 2-0 under Antonio Pierce at head coach. But this week, they have to play somewhat of a real team. Well, Miami looks like a real team whenever they play struggling teams, until Miami plays a good team. But the Raiders are about a 500 team. I mean, Miami should win this game. I have the Dolphins beating the Raiders 24-21. Give me the Dolphins by 3 over the Raiders. Next game, New York Giants, Washington Commanders playing in Washington. Yeah, Giants season is effectively over. They're just too injured to compete. I got the Commanders winning this game 20-18. Give me Washington by 2 over the Giants. Next game, Dallas Cowboys, Carolina Panthers playing in Carolina. I know a lot of people are expecting the Cowboys to steamroll the Panthers, but the Cowboys have been mixed on the Panthers. Plus, Dallas usually sometimes tends to play down to their opponents a little bit. I got Dallas beating Carolina, though, 20-19. Give me Dallas by 1 over Carolina. Next game, battle in the AFC South. Tennessee Titans, Jacksonville Jaguars playing in Jacksonville. As Jacksonville's trying to keep a hold of the AFC South with the Texans' sudden emergence. Yeah, I got the Jaguars winning this one over the Titans, 22-19. Give me the Jags by 3 to stay on top of the AFC South. Next game, Arizona Cardinals, Houston Texans playing in Houston. Houston is shockingly above 500 right now. Houston is second in the AFC South, which I honestly did predict that Houston would go to second in the South, because I was like, if Houston could fuck around enough, they might be able to move to go to second in the division. And Houston, they could potentially take the AFC South, especially since I believe the Texans in either in a week or two play the Jags in a week or two, and that game could be for the division. But yeah, Houston, Arizona, and plus C.J. Stroud having an outstanding rookie season, as C.J. Stroud has shown that he is the real deal. Holy shit, we have a QB from Ohio State that's actually worth a damn for once. Holy fuck. I mean, Justin Fields fans sexuals wish that Fields could be C.J. Stroud. Nope. This could have been you, Fields, if you actually knew what the fuck you were doing. But yeah, in this game, I got Houston beating Arizona 25-22. I got Stroud beating the midget. Give me the Texans by 3 over the Cardinals. Next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, San Francisco 49ers playing in Santa Clara. Of course, the last time these two teams met, it was Brock Purdy's NFL debut. And Brock Purdy beat the living crap out of the GOAT Tom Brady. And this time, Tampa Bay has no Brady. They have Baker Mayfield. So yeah, 49ers should win this game easily. I got the Niners winning this one 23-16. Give me the Niners by 7 over Tampa Bay. Next game, battle in the AFC East. New York Jets, Buffalo Bills playing in Buffalo. I got the Bills. The Bills need some momentum here. The Bills fired their offensive coordinator, Ken Dorsey. So, yeah, they're trying to get a spark there in that offense. As the Bills are now 5-5 and on the outside looking in for the playoffs. But yeah, I think the Bills win this one over the Jets. The Jets have just been too inconsistent with Zach Wilson. Like, honestly, I trust the Bills more than the Jets. I got the Bills winning 21-20. Give me the Bills by 1 over the Jets. Next game. Battle in the NFC West. Seattle Seahawks, Los Angeles Rams playing at SoFi. Of course, the Seahawks trying to keep pace with the 49ers for the NFC West. Sorry about that. Of course, since next week for Thanksgiving, the Seahawks and the 49ers play each other on Thursday Night Football. Spoiler alert for next week's picks. And that game next week is possibly for first place in the NFC West. But yeah, I got the Seahawks beating the Rams in this one. I think the Seahawks get revenge for week 1. Give me Seattle in this one, 24-21. I got the Seahawks by 3 over the Rams. Next up, we got the Sunday night game. Minnesota Vikings, Denver Broncos playing in Mile High at Denver. Shockingly, Denver's the favorite in this game by 3 points. Of course, Denver is now 4-5. They've won 3 straight after having a bad start to the year, and everyone wondering if Sean Payton or Russell Wilson were the 2 people that could turn this team around. While the Vikings have rattled off 5 straight, including 2 straight wins under Josh Dobbs after Kirk Cousins went down. Honestly, I'll be honest for this game, I want the Broncos to win this game just to humble the Vikings. Since Minnesota is still trying to keep pace with Detroit in the NFC for the lead in the NFC North. Like, I want the Broncos to win, but I'm not buying it. I got the Vikings and for my upset of the week. I got the Vikings winning on the road. Like, I want Denver to win, but I got a feeling Minnesota's going to pull it off in Mile High. I got the Vikings winning 23-22. Give me Minnesota by 1 over the Broncos. And now we get to our Monday night game. The Monday night game. The most anticipated game of the season. The Super Bowl 57 rematch. Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. Both teams coming off the bye since the Chiefs played in Germany a couple weeks ago. So yeah, the Super Bowl 57 rematch, the first time these two teams have met since the Super Bowl last year. Yeah. Not often that the two teams that played in the Super Bowl meet each other the following year. Doesn't happen too often. Usually doesn't happen for like a year or two, like 2 or 3 years down the road. But yeah, Eagles and Chiefs. I think this is going to be an interesting game. I can see it being a high-scoring game between both teams. It's a tough game. It could go either way. You could make an argument for both teams. Like, I think the Eagles are going to have a chance in this one, but I just feel like something's going to happen to the Eagles, like ref ball or something. And I think the Chiefs are going to find a way to bullshit their way to the win. Like, I want Philadelphia to win this game, but I feel like Kansas City's going to bullshit their way to the win. I got the Chiefs winning 26-25. Give me the Chiefs by 1 point over the Eagles. Like, this is a tough game to predict. Like, it could go either way, but at Arrowhead, I'm going to give the edge to the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs by 1 over the Eagles. And keeping this in mind, if Detroit wins this week and Philadelphia loses on Monday night, I think there's potential that Detroit could move up to the number 1 seed in the NFC. You know, we'll have to see how that all pans out. I believe Philadelphia would have the tiebreaker because of strength of schedule or victory, like strength of schedule or something like that. I believe that would be the tiebreaker between them and Detroit. But yeah, I got the Chiefs by 1 over the Eagles. But yeah, those are my NFL Week 11 picks. That's all I got to say. And I'll see you all whatever I make next. I'm out.